The sinister plot. When a wealthy businessman was found dead in his hospital bed, the world believed it was natural causes. But one detective noticed something strange, something so small. It cracked open a murderous conspiracy no one saw coming. Alex Turner had it all. Private schools, luxury cars, and an endless allowance. At 28, he was used to living without limits. But when he discovered his father's will, everything changed. The will left the majority of his father's $50 million fortune to charity, leaving Alex with a fraction of what he expected. It was a devastating blow, one that lit a dangerous spark in his mind. One evening, in a dimly lit upscale restaurant, Alex met with James Carter, the family's trusted lawyer. Over drinks, Alex voices rage. James, instead of shutting him down, leaned closer and whispered something chilling. If your father weren't around, none of this would be a problem. Alex froze. But James wasn't joking. He too had secrets. He'd been embezzling millions from a family business and knew it was only a matter of time before Alex's father uncovered it. Their motives aligned perfectly. The two men knew they couldn't do it alone. They approached Dr. Samuel Lee, the family physician who'd been treating Alex's father's chronic illness for years. Dr. Lee was drowning in debt. His clinic was days away from foreclosure. James offered him an irresistible deal. Erase all his debts and add $500,000 in cash. At first, Dr. Lee resisted. But desperation has a way of breaking morality. After sleepless nights and relentless calls from James, he finally agreed. The plan was disturbingly simple. During a routine checkup, Dr. Lee would administer a fatal overdose, disguising it as natural causes. On a rainy Tuesday night, Alex's father was admitted for what seemed like a minor health scare. Dr. Lee walked into the hospital room, syringe in hand, while Alex waited in the hallway, nervously pacing. The dose was quick, silent, and undetectable. Within minutes, Alex's father drifted into what seemed like a peaceful sleep and never woke up again. The death certificate listed cardiac failure due to illness. The media mourned the beloved businessman. The funeral was extravagant. Black limousines lined the mansion, and condolences poured in. For Alex, relief washed over him. He believed he'd gotten away with it, but he had no idea. Detective Michael Hayes was already watching. Detective Hayes had been on the force for 22 years. He'd seen every trick in the book. Something about the death bothered him. The dosage of medication noted in the report didn't match the hospital's records. Dr. Lee's testimony about the timeline had small inconsistencies. And then a small but crucial clue, a wire transfer from James Carter's account to Dr. Lee's just 48 hours before the death. Hayes dug deeper. He subpoenaed financial records and uncovered more suspicious transfers. He even found encrypted emails between James and Dr. Lee, thinly veiled messages that, when pieced together, revealed their murderous intent. But Hayes still needed a confession. He cornered Dr. Lee first. After hours in the interrogation room, sweat dripping, hands trembling, Lee cracked. He admitted to everything, from the payment to the lethal dose. With Lee's confession, police swiftly arrested James and Alex. In court, Alex tried everything, blaming James, even claiming ignorance. But the prosecution revealed damning evidence. Secret recordings, bank transfers, and Lee's testimony implicating both men. The jury deliberated for only 4 hours. The verdict: guilty on all counts. All 3 men were sentenced to life in prison without parole. In his prison cell, Alex stared at the concrete walls. He wanted everything: wealth, power, freedom. Now he had nothing. James would spend the rest of his life in a maximum security facility, his once powerful career reduced to ashes. Dr. Lee lost his medical license, his freedom, and his reputation, all for money that he'd never even get to spend. Detective Hayes closed the file with quiet satisfaction. It was another reminder that no matter how careful you plan, greed always leaves a trail. In the end, Hayes said, the truth always finds its way out. What do you think drove Alex to murder? Was it greed, desperation, or pure entitlement? Let me know in the comments. And remember, even the darkest secrets leave a trace.